Hi everybody, glad to see you back at Niecy's Closet. Today we are going to make another winter hat, and I'm going to call it Black Pepper because that's the color of the yarn that I'm using. I'm using a black pepper colored cake, and it's a sweet roll. It's a sweet roll. It's by Premier. It's 100% acrylic yarn, and it's 245 yards. And I'm also going to use a 5.5 millimeter hook, which is an eye hook. If you're a tight crocheter, I would use a J. I would go one hook up. Okay, so are you ready? Let's begin. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to form our loop. We are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to join it. We're going to go into the first chain, and we're going to form a circle by doing a slip stitch. And when I say doing a slip stitch, you're going to take your hook, you're going to go into the first chain. You're going to take your hook, grab the yarn, and go through both loops and chain 1. That's your slip stitch. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do 8 single crochets into the circle. We're going to do 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After we've done the 8, we're going to close this round, and we're going to go into the first single crochet, and we're going to grab the yarn with the hook and pull all the way through. That's your slip stitch, and you chain 1. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in each of the 8 single crochets to make 16. Now I forgot to mention, when you close up your round and do a slip stitch into the first single crochet, when you chain 1 and start your single crocheting, you go right back into that same single crochet that you did the slip stitch. We're going to go 1, 2. Now you remember how to do the single crochets, right? You take your hook, you go into the single crochet, you pull up a loop, pull through 2. Remember? You go into the single crochet, pull the yarn through, pull through 2. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to continue 5, 6. Remember, we're doing 2 single crochets in each stitch. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we're going to close this round. We're going to go into the first single crochet, do a slip stitch all the way through, chain 1. We're going to do a single crochet in the first single crochet. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next. 1, 2. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. So every other stitch is a single and every other stitch is 2 single crochets. Okay? So we just did 2 single crochets in this stitch. So now I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the next. 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the next. So we're doing 2 and then 1 in the next. We're doing 2 in the next and then 1. 2, 1. 2, 1, and then 2. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to close this round. So we're going to go into the first single crochet and do your slip stitch all the way through, chain 1. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to single crochet into the first 2 single crochets and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets. 1, 2. You get that? Let's do it again. You're going to do a single crochet in the next 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to do 2 single crochets in the next one. So here we go again. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets. 1, 2. You got that? I'm going to do it again. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in that next stitch, and then 2 single crochets. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, and then 2 in the next. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2 in the next. 1, 1, 2 in the next. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to close this round by going to the very first single crochet, bringing the yarn all the way through. That's your slip stitch. All right, now we just did 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We just did 4 rows. It's hard to see because the first color is black. So now we're going to go to row 5. And what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the first 3 single crochets and then do 2 single crochets in the 4th. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and we're going to do 2 in the next. 1, 2. Here we go again. We're going to do 3 single crochets in the first 3. 1, 2, 3. And in the 4th stitch, we're going to do 2 doubles. 2 singles. 1, 2. We're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 doubles crochets in the 4th. 1, 2. Here we go again. We're going to go 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Continue going around. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 2 single crochets in the next. 1, 2. And then you count again. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next. 1, 2. Continue on. I'll see you when it's time to close this round. Now we're finishing up row 5 with 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and we're going to do a slip stitch into the first single crochet, pulling the yarn all the way through, chain 1. So now with row 6, we're going to single crochet in the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do 2 double crochets in the 5th. 1, 2. You get that? That's how we're doing row 6. we're going to go into the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in the next stitch. 1, 2. So after you've done 2 in the next stitch, we're going to count 4 single crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in the 5th stitch. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in the 5th. 1, 2. You see how it's nice and round? Pretty soon we're going to start doing double crocheting, but this is how you start this hat. It's nothing but single crochets. Continue on. I'll see you when it's time to close this round. Now I'm finishing up row 6 with 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and we're going to close this round by doing a slip stitch into the first single crochet. We're going to pull the yarn all the way through for the slip stitch, and we're going to chain 1. Now this is the 7th row and the last row that we're going to be doing the single crochets. So now we're going to single crochet in the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Now I forgot to mention, when you close up your round and do a slip stitch into the first single crochet, when you chain 1 and start your single crocheting, you go right back into that same single crochet that you did the slip stitch. I should have told you that at the beginning. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we did 2 single crochets. And the color changed. Yay! So here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Again, and this is the 7th row. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, that's 2. 1 single crochet, 3, 1 single crochet, 4, 1 single crochet, 5, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Can you see that? Last row for the single crochets, which is row 7, I'm going to do my last 2 single crochets in the same single crochet. 1, 2, and I'm going to close this row with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. We're going to do the slip stitch, pulling it all the way through. And this time, for row 8, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a double crochet in all of the stitches. And chain 3, your chain 3 is counting as your first double crochet. This is when it starts getting good. So we're going to double crochet into the same single crochet where we did the chain 3. So we're going to double crochet right back in here. There you go. You see, that looks better. And we're going to double crochet all the way around. In every stitch, you're going to double crochet. So continue on. Now here is the interesting part of this hat, okay? So I just went all the way around doing my my double crochets. So I'm going to double crochet into the last single crochet stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space. In the very top, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And I'm going to chain 1. Just 1, not 3, just 1. And I'm going to do a front post double crochet into this chain 3 space right here, into the back, into the back of this chain 3. I'm going to do a double crochet. I'm going to wrap the yarn around the crochet hook, and I'm going to bring the crochet hook into the back of the 3 chains, and I'm going to double crochet. 1, 2. Then at the next double crochet, I'm going to wrap, and I'm going to go, see this? I'm going to go behind. I'm going to bring the hook through here in front of the double crochet, and I'm going to double crochet. So the first stitch was a front post, the second stitch was the back post. So now we're going to do a front post double crochet again. Because every other stitch is a front post, every other stitch is a back post. So we're going to wrap, and we're going to go to the back of the front of this double crochet. That's why it's called a front post, so that the front post sticks out. So we're going to wrap, we're going to go to the back of the next double crochet, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2. Continue on. I've done a few more rows, and I just want you to see how the hat is shaping up. I'm now on I'm going to start row 14 or 15. I'm doing a front post double crochet, and I'm going into the top of the first double crochet, the first front post double crochet. I'm a slip stitch, chain 1, and start my 15th row. You see that? I'm wrapping, I'm going behind the stitch row, pulling the yarn through, pull two through, pull through two, wrapping, going to the back of the front post, pulling the yarn through, pull through two, pull through two. I just wanted you to see what the hat is shaping up like. You see? I'm almost finished. I'm wrapping, going to the back of the front post, pulling the yarn through, pull through two, pull through two. I'm wrapping, I'm going in the back, and I'm not going through these holes, I'm going in the back, right under. You see that? I'm right under. Pulling the yarn through, pull through two, pull through two. See this? This is your hat. Okay, now I'm going to complete the hat and come back to you. I'm on the last row of my black pepper hat. I did 24 rows because I wanted a nice cuff. If you don't want a cuff, you can just go to 19. Or if you want a smaller cuff, you can go 22, but I did 24. So, I'm finishing up doing a back post. And then the front post. I'm going to connect, doing a slip stitch to the very first front post double crochet. And I'm gonna cut my yarn. There you go. I'm gonna do a slip stitch. Or did I do it already? Oh yes, I did it already. I just did my slip stitch. And I'm going to weave in the ends. Do, 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 do. Weaving in the ends with my large eye needle. Let's see where I'm going. Weaving in my ends. I'm going to flip this over so I can see it, get a better picture while I weave in the ends. And I'm just going up and down. That's what I'm doing. I'm going up and down and through so that it stays. And I'm going to go right through here, just hiding it. And I'm gonna cut my yarn. There you go. All right. And here's your hat with the cuff. How you like that? Very nice hat. I like this myself. I may do a pair of gray fingerless gloves to go with it. Now, if you found this difficult, let me know. All you have to do is practice your front post, back post, double crochet, which I do have in one of my videos. I hope you liked the hat, as I do. Okay, that's it. I'm going to end now, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on my next video. So have a great day and stay healthy. Bye now.